California is a disaster-prone state. I mean, of course, we have our earthquakes, we have our wildfires. We had over 2,000 last year.
This is California. The disasters are built into this place, and we just have to be ready for it. It's part of the scenery.
It's not a question of if, but when the next earthquake comes. So California has to be ready.
Okay, we need one more person here.
And how are we doing over here?
I feel fantastic.
You're such a good sport. Thank you so much.
I hope people get an idea this is what it's going to be like in real life.
Disaster Corps is this brand new program that we're, of course, announcing today and launching that is a cadre of 1,000 government-affiliated, highly trained volunteers that will be typed, security background checked, trained, so that they can be, if you will, the real professional volunteers that are out there ready to respond.
Today, we're going to see a demonstration of really the capabilities of these 1,000 volunteers. We will have an example of fire suppression. We'll have cribbing, which is when volunteers help individuals who may be trapped under rubble. We will see an extrication from a motor vehicle accident, as well as triage of the victims, sorting them by the severity of their injury.
I need some victims.
What we found is that emergency managers, who often really do want to utilize volunteers, are unsure of what kind of person they're really getting. So what we recognized, it was important for us to define that capacity and then be able to deliver it.
We have in California more volunteers than any state in the nation. There's 7 million. I felt that when we have 7 million coordinated, that's power.
Well, when the governor first gave us, if you will, our marching orders, create a California Volunteers Disaster Corps, we needed to find help in doing that. And, I racked my brain for about 1 second, and of course, I knew of Deloitte.
The opportunity to work on Disaster Corps with California Volunteers was a perfect fit for my 18 years of public sector consulting experience. I've helped a lot of organizations take an idea and figure out how to make it real.
The Disaster Corps is a massive initiative. It was bigger, I think, than any of us knew. It was a very complex project that needed project management from beginning to end. How do we bring in the right people at the right time? What are the steps we need to take? Having Deloitte there took a burden off of our shoulders.
They bring in all the right people, whether it's that you need, the great analyst, the person who really understands technology, marketing, branding, whatever expert you need, that individual or group of individuals is brought to the table, and you've got this great team of advisors. Here we were, state agency, 4 people, having to come up with a technology solution. Deloitte, again, looking at it, analyzing it, and coming back with recommendations to us as our advisors. And you know what? We took every one of those recommendations.
We researched over 20 web tools that we thought you could use, and we found one. This is what the tool looks like. It gives you how many volunteers are available and what their capabilities are. So California Volunteers can pull this up and be able to help deploy volunteers. The difference in writing a check and providing this service from a firm perspective is that this leverages the skills that we have to give back to our communities in the best way we can, rather than sending a check over a wall and wondering what happens with it.
Volunteerism at our firm is not housed within the CEO's office. It's housed in the hearts of all of its people.
These kinds of programs are exactly what pro bono is all about, bringing the weight of a company like Deloitte behind these programs that engage Californians or Americans in activities that better their communities. There's no better way to give back.
You can't do this just the public sector alone. You need to have the public, private, and non-profit organizations and everyone coming together. Deloitte has been an absolute jewel in that. It was one of the first ones to reach out and to say, we are ready to go. We want to help the state of California.
The governor had a vision. He said, I want to figure out how to enable the volunteers, 7 million volunteers that we have in the state, make it happen. We help make that vision reality.
Disaster Corps is emblematic of a lot of other projects that we do that are of a similar nature. We've done work with the United Nations around the Asian tsunami. We've done work with Project Hope around the Haiti relief, and I think it's one of the best manifestations of our pro bono work.
It's an extremely meaningful day for the people of California, and that matters a lot.